Hello friends, welcome to the next video of formulation of a stiffness matrix for the different supports on trusses. We understand in the last video that is what is meant by the truss and how to solve the problem on the trusses. We understand what is the formula of a element stiffness matrix because that is different than the beam and it is also different than the your bar also. Here we have taken the certain conditions or the certain support methods of a trusses. So if in a structure the symmetry is available, so now you see that here is the symmetry and these are the support. So when such a symmetry is observed, that time you need to consider half of the figure, so that there is a less time is required to the computer or as well as the manipulation. So what you will do, so whenever such a problem is given, that time you divide the symmetric figure like this one. This is the fixed one. You put here the rollers, okay, because here there is a possibility of the movement. That's why this is the roller supports are given. This is the roller supports are given to these points, to this point, and the forces are applied at this point. At this point the forces are applied. So you, instead of taking the total diagram, you take the half of this diagram and manipulate the parameters. What is that? Take the half of the total load, whatever the load is given, then it is not a P, so instead of that you take the P by 2 load, so instead of taking the total load you will take the P by 2 load, so this is the load. At the same time you need to reduce the cross sectional area, so also you reduce the cross sectional area by half and then solve the problem, so that whatever the solution you get, then that solution is uh, useful to get the solution of the total structure. Now let us take the another one. When there is a support which are inclined, skewed, this type of the supports are available, then you need to do a one thing. Use the transformation matrix. After finding the global stiffness matrix. So whenever such a supports are available or such a things are available in the examination, then you need to do a one thing, that use the transformation matrix. And this transformation matrix adapt after the globe after finding the global stiffness matrix. Means this transformation matrix, that is equal to K into T1, and this transformation matrix is equal to matrix of this one, identity matrix. The diagonal values are the identity matrix, but here this one is the transformation matrix. This one is the transformation matrix. Rest of the values are 0. Here is the 0, here is the 0, so this all parameters are 0. Only at the diagonal parameters you need to take the identity matrix. This is identity matrix and this is the transformation matrix, so that is equal to T. So after finding the global stiffness matrix, you multiplied it by the transformation matrix. Hence such a problems you need to manipulate. Let us take, this is the problem. So in this problem, this is the angle of 45 is given, this support is given, and the values of the K, that is A, E and all L values are given. This is the one. So let us take this one is the node 1, this is node 1, this is node 2, this is node 3, this is node 3. So first of all we are interested to find out the link 1. So element stiffness matrix for 1. So if this is the 1, so this is AE upon L multiplied by your simple values, so d2 d2. So if this is 1, this is 2, so this 2 can be moved along the y-axis. This one can be able to move along this axis. So 2 is able to move along y axis, that's why this 2 is able to move along this axis, that's why That's why this one is the 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Then K2 is equal to, that is along this way x-axis, so along movement is possible along x-axis, so x1, so this is also the 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Now the K3, that is the important, so K3 again, here we cannot use a simple bar. Instead of that one, we need to use another formula, and that formula is this one. For the element stiffness matrix. So use this formula just to calculate a K3 element stiffness matrix. So by using this formula, you are able to get this value. Once you are finding this value, then add find out the by using the direct stiffness matrix, find out the global stiffness matrix, that is the assemblage process. So adopt the assemblage process or the direct method for calculating the your global stiffness matrix, so that you get these values of the element stiffness global stiffness matrix. So this is the assemblage process, that is K is equal to your addition of K1 plus K2 plus K2 plus K2 plus K3. So this is the addition. So when you add these three stiffness matrices, you get the global stiffness matrix. Once you are getting this global stiffness matrix, then use the transformation matrix. So just to find out the transformation matrix, transformation matrix, that is the identity matrix. Now how many terms are there? Are the three nodes and two DOF. So there are the 6 by 6 matrix. So this is the 6 by 6 matrix. So we need to find out the transformation matrix. So this is the identity matrix, this is the identity matrix, this is the identity matrix. But at the last link, this is not the your this is not the your identity matrix. Instead of that, you need to use the transformation matrix. In a transformation matrix, use the transformation matrix is equal to CS minus SC SC minus SC. So this is the value. Put these values and get the solution. So this is my transformation matrix. So this transformation matrix, when I multiplied with my element stiffness matrix, then I am getting the values like this one. So once I am able to manipulate these two values, then I need to find out, that is the transformation matrix multiplied by K multiplied by transpose of the transformation matrix. So I'm getting this one. Then apply the boundary conditions, that d1 x is 0, d2 x is equal to 0, then the d2 y is equal to 0, and then d3 y is equal to 0. So my d1 x d2 d2y is d1y is 0, then my d2y is 0, then my d3y is 0. So these terms are removed, then only this term and this term is available. So only two terms are available. So once these two terms are available, this is the two terms, this is the two terms, this is the two terms, these are the two terms. So this is the value at the only up to x is 10,000 values. Here this is equal to 0. So we can very easily find, the values of d2x and d3x dash, and these values are helping us to find out the another solutions or the another values very easily. So d3 is calculating, d3 is very easily calculating, d3 is we are getting, then the f1x is calculating, f2x is calculating. Once we are knowing the values of this all parameters, we are very easily calculating the values, other values of this one. So thank you for watching the video.